Viewer discretion advised. Lessons to protect families. This deep psych breakdown uncovers what really drives the darkness. In the previous video, we dove into the shocking crimes of the campus rapist, Billy Milligan. Now, let's crack open his skull, uncover what really drove him. Folks, imagine a kid in that house. Mom Dorothy chases singer gigs in Miami Beach. Dad Johnny entertains road shows till he hangs himself in a tub. Billy, 4 years old, stumbles on the body. Mom remarries Chalmer Milligan fast, this rough guy with fists that don't stop. Quiet suburb life. Then crack. The shed becomes graveyard. Heartbreaking, right? What if a neighbor heard the kid's cries and called it in? By 5, Chalmers tying the boy up, forcing him to dig his own grave 6 feet deep, shoveling dirt neck high while he's still breathing. Choking on soil, lungs burning, praying to disappear. Rapes follow repeated. Family hears the sobs but turns away. Brain can't process that load alone, so it splits. Not crazy moods, full-fledged alters. Separate people inside with their own voices, ages, memories. First triad shows dissociation. The kid zones out, staring walls. Amnesia. Hours vanish like smoke. Identities. Friends, chatting detailed, too real for play. Psychologists later pinpoint this as the root. Imagine that terror every night. No safe arms. Only escape fracturing your own head. What if mom got help early? Signs were there. By 13, he's in Athens State Hospital for hysterical neurosis. Blackouts, violent fits he remembers nothing from. School expels him for disruptive behavior, fights popping from nowhere. Joins Navy at 17, gets honorable discharge quick. Military structure triggers the switches hard, body acting on someone else's script. Turns to crime young, arrested at 20 for rape and armed robbery. Serves time, paroled just months before the OSU attacks. Escalation to full-blown psychosis? No schizophrenic delusions commanding kills. No drugs fueling it. Just the alters ramping under parole stress, inner war spilling out. FBI behavioral profiler would clock Reagan as classic power-assertive offender. Steady gun hand, no rage mess. Justice robbing rich. Diathesis stress model explains the build. Genetic vulnerability. Dad's suicide hints serotonin transporter glitches, brain wired fragile from birth. Pile-on crusher-level abuse and memory centers shrink. Fear pathways loop endless. 96% of DID cases trace straight to repeated child trauma like this. Quiet, troubled teen. Then crack. Mind turns battlefield. Parole hits like shed yell echo. 24 alters now battle for the spot. Who controls the eyes, voice, hands? Arthur steps as manager. 23 years old in head time. British accent stiff. Professor smart on science, medicine, even blood types and muscle chemistry. He organizes, decides who fronts like a strict principal. Reagan Vatiskovich growls next, also 23, Yugoslav accent thick as gravel, the keeper of hate. Superhuman strength only he accesses, communist-style Robin Hood robbing for the poor, no qualms with force. Adelana, 19 and shy, cooks imaginary dinners for the family inside, lonely to her core, craving touch so bad it warps ugly when she takes over. David, 8-year-old boy, the dedicated pain absorber, holds the worst abuse flashbacks locked tight so core Billy doesn't crumble grabbing breakfast. Tommy, 16 teen whiz with locks and escapes, fiddling gadgets to vanish from rooms. Peggy Ann, tough teen girl fighter who goes deaf-mute inside. Phil, 16 dyslexic street punk quick with aggression. Christine, the 3-year-old cheerleader keeping things light. Desirables like Kevin the artist and Sean the detached watcher contain the chaos, create outlets. Undesirables like Alan the con talker and Walter the quirky observer drag toward trouble. 14 more fringe dwellers, kids hoarding gore, teachers giving lessons, women nurturing, full ecosystem thriving in the fracture. Switches trigger on stress echoes. Parole anxiety shoves Reagan front. Loneliness calls Adelana. Core Billy wakes blank, clothes wrong, body sore for reasons gone. What if parole psychs mapped this sooner? October 1977. OSU campus lots turn trap. First victim. Optometry student, 22 bright kid with family beaming proud. Parks at medical center after late lab. Long-haired guy in dark shades ghosts up. Gun flashes steady. Voice polite but off. Southern drawl melting to clipped British mid-sentence. Drive to Delaware County. Rural woods. Forces ATM withdrawal $100. Writes check and her name sloppy. Bragg's secret network watching. Warns no cops. Rape follows mechanical. Eyes vacant like puppet on strings. She survives. Later tells detectives, voice cracked like argument inside him. Family life shatters. Dad sells her car to kill memories. Quits shifts to watch her night shakes and therapy marathons. Motive delusion mirror? Adelena's deep-seated loneliness reaching out twisted, craving affection violence stole young. Second victim hits parking garage same month. 25-year-old grad student, psych major ironically, walks alone post-seminar. Same creep approaches calm, voice shifting tones like self-debate. Billy drawl one breath, formal snap next. Grabs credit cards, dictates small cash pulls like testing her life's edges. Rape. She recounts to police, felt voices arguing for control right there. Brother, who kissed her goodbye that very morning over coffee, breaks years later. Sis used to light up rooms. Now shadows stick, smiles forced. Delusion echo of altars battling the wheel, buried chaos spilling. Third, early morning, Lane Avenue. 20-year-old commuter hurrying to shift, alone in dawn light. He waits patient shadows, pulls her into her own car. Standard Woods Drive. Campus erupts panic. Girls start duo walks everywhere. Classes drop 20% attendance. What if one security patrol rolled by right then? Single fingerprint lifted from her dash seals the suspect match to Billy's '75 mug. Victims always first. Their families carry the haunt forever. Trust erased in seconds. Motives? Reagan's Robin Hood justice dictating the robbery small. Adelena's ache to be seen and held, fueling the rape. Delusions straight reflect the buried boy, wanting escape from dirt and dark anyway. Cops snag him blocks away, no resistance. Interrogation room turns freak show. He slumps staring walls, drifts mid-sentence like tuning radio, snaps back colder with accent flip. British ice to Yugoslav growl. Officer leaks to papers, felt like riding with 3 guys crammed in one body. Court orders psych evals marathon. IQ tests swing wild. Genius verbal 1 alter. Intellectually disabled range next. Can't read simple sentences. Handwriting on paper morphs looping elegant to jagged childish scrawl. 9 top shrinks, including Cornelia Wilbur, pile 3,000 pages of reports. Multiple personality disorder, now DID. Real deal. Alters fully autonomous with separate memories and skills. Audio tapes drop courtroom bomb. Arthur calmly diagrams the internal organization and switch protocol. Reagan flat owns the robberies and physical force for the cause. Adelena weeps through the rapes. I just needed to be touched, held, seen. Judge David F. Crawford doesn't dismiss. Orders stabilization program in Ohio State Penitentiary. Months grind. Intensive therapy. Meds, steady flips. Alters negotiate sharing control and memories across walls. Verdict, December 4th, 1978. Not guilty by reason of insanity. Makes American legal history first time. Victims sit in stunned silence, bodies remembering what he can't. Press rushes headlines, 24 faces walk free. Evidence rock solid, IDs, prints, descriptions. But the mind twist steals the show in ultimate courtroom drama. Diagnosis lands, dissociative identity disorder. Alters acting independent with their own chunk of life. Stats hammer it home. 95 to 98% stem from severe repeated child abuse, just like Billy's. CBT and EMDR therapies stabilize around 40% long-term. Integration partial in 55%. Per 2026 metas. Process works, mapping every voice. Processing trauma layer by EMDR reliving without re-break. Fusing personalities slow. FBI behavioral profile pegs Reagan as textbook violent offender archetype. Power and control via unshakable gun. No disorganized rage. Prevention's your power play. If your kid flashes the triad signs, like prolonged blackouts after family tension, amnesia gaps swallowing hours, identity slips with friends arguing vivid jobs and names, call NAMI Crisis Hotline, 1-800-956-264, right now. Apps like MoodPath log moods and patterns daily, flagging 70% early with AI now. Abuse loves hiding in ordinary homes, behind dinner smiles. Knock that door. Get therapy mining the dirt before walls bury generations. Families rebuild stronger if you act fast. Billy Milligan's mind was a vampire, feeding slow on those buried screams and dirt chokes. But knowledge hands you the steak. Sub to My Maniac Mind for more raw psych breakdowns on the monsters inside. Like if it hit, share to save one.